Dan, Seb, Racing Simulator, trophies over here. Just check out how mint this thing is. It's sitting on the iconic pepper pot alloys. Forgotten how to use a cassette player. Whoever built this went to town on it. Been done really, really tidily. Oh man, I could look in this engine bay for hours. Listen to the little crossflow sing. My beautiful girlfriend in the back.
Someone's put a lot of hard work into it, and
definitely.
As we said earlier, I'll get to enjoy it now and look after it.
Yeah, no, fair play. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes, this is my beautiful girlfriend Kat, and today you join us yet again out and about in Roger the Plastic Fiesta, and today we're going to check out another really cool old school Ford that belongs to a guy called Dan. Now we've got a bit of a theme going on at the moment because one of the cars we saw in the last video when we went to see Jack Howe was a Mk1 Fiesta, and today we're going to check out a Mk1 Fiesta as well, an XR2 that belongs to Dan, and if all goes to plan we're going to be checking out another XR2 Fiesta in the next video. Now you would have already seen some clips of Dan's Mk1 XR2 that we're going to check out today in the intro of this video, but so far I've only seen pictures of the XR2 that Dan sent me through email, and I can already see that it's probably one of the mintest XR2s around. It's actually only recently been through a full nut and bolt restoration, as well as having a couple of subtle modifications. So yeah, really looking forward to getting down to Dan's place to check out this Fiesta, and of course to wave the camera at it so that you guys can get a good look. Now if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with all my future uploads. But yeah, we're going to get to Dan's place and I'll catch up with you then. All right, so we've made it to a secret place somewhere in England where we joined Dan and his son Seb. Nice to meet you both. Thanks for inviting us down. Now, as I mentioned on the way down, we're here to check out a seriously mint Mk1 Fiesta XR2. But first, let me give you a look around this super cool garage that the car lives in. Got to say, loving the gym equipment in the garage. I've recently started trying to keep fit myself. But yeah, over in this corner, check out the Racing Simulator. That's awesome. Really cool artwork on the wall. Quite Porsche inspired, because you used to have a Porsche Cayman.
Yeah, I've always been a Porsche fan. That sort of come from Volkswagens before the Porsche, but always wanted to tick that box.
Yeah.
Sold it last year, had it for a couple of years, had a lot of fun in it.
Got some really cool Porsche models over here as well, actually. And got a couple of helmets up here, and that might be explained by these trophies over here, which are actually Dan's karting trophies. Yeah, really cool. And yeah, there's a XR2 binnacle up here that was actually fitted to his car. Loving the punch bag as well. Yeah, really cool to have a punch bag to let some steam out if you ever need to. But yeah, as I say, we are here to check out Dan's Mk1 Fiesta XR2. Just check out how mint this thing is. Alright, so this is Dan's Mk1 Fiesta XR2 in Sunburst Red. Absolutely mint. Got a few subtle modifications, which I'll talk you through in a bit. But yeah, being an XR2, it's sitting on the iconic pepper pot alloys. It's got the spotlights around the front, the overriders and stuff on the front bumper. Really cool lower spoiler, bib spoiler thing. Dan actually only picked this up in November, so he bought it like this. Very sensible, buying one that's already built rather than wasting half your life building one.
No more limits.
This thing is seriously cool. Let's walk around it. Obviously it's got the XR2 decals on it and stuff. Really, really cool. This car was actually fitted with the climate pack from the factory, so it's got these opening quarter light windows. Awesome. The interior has been updated. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But yeah, around the back it's got a roof spoiler and a boot spoiler. Dan, you were saying that this wasn't fitted to UK cars?
It wasn't a standard item, no. Apparently it's an Austrian motorsport roof spoiler, so I've been told, and pretty rare apparently.
Oh, cool. But yeah, definitely adds to the look of the rear end, I reckon, having both of the spoilers. Love an XR2. Now you would have seen some clips already of the underneath. Let's have another look. You can see this thing's got a stainless exhaust on it, which Dan has polished up himself. Someone has spent a lot of time and money on this thing when they built it. The whole of the underneath's been stone chipped and painted body colour. All of the suspension components and stuff have been powder coated. I can see it's got some, I think are they Spax rear shocks on it?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, as I say, this thing has been sensibly modified, but what an awesome example. It's got to be one of the best, with it being such a recent nut and bolt restoration. Before we have a look in the interior and obviously under the bonnet, let's have a look in the boot. Got to look at the whole thing because it's just so clean. Really, really mint parcel shelf. I know they're quite rare to find in such good condition. Still got the boot carpet in it and stuff. Yeah, really cool feature of the old Fiestas is these sort of false floor bits where you can like store stuff underneath. Oh, this one's got like a sort of insert in there.
Still got the plastic tubs.
Oh, wicked, man. Oh, that's really, really cool. Got his jack in there, obviously wrapped to protect this insert. But yeah, really, really clean. Oh, they have like sort of trim on here as well. And there's the spare pepper pot sitting in there, and that's the rear screen washer bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see even in here it's literally better than brand new. No, it's awesome, man. Pucker. It's literally like a brand new car. A really subtle Fiesta XR2 decal there, and the Ford badge the other side, of course. I'll just go back round to the driver's side so we can have a look inside the cockpit. Yeah, these XR2s obviously have all this black sprayed around the windows and stuff. Yeah, into the cockpit. Got the red on the binnacle, which is an XR2 feature. Is this a standard XR2 steering wheel?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Look how mint the dash is and stuff. Now this car has been fitted with some sort of fishnet Recaros. Do you know what car they came out of?
I've been told they're RS2000, but couldn't tell you what year.
Okay.
And the upholstery is obviously not standard XR2.
Yeah.
I think that comes from like a later Escort maybe.
All right, cool.
In the velour.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Mark II Escort RS2000s have fishnet Recaros. I'm not sure if they're this exact shape, but yeah, it's cool how they've been re-trimmed to match the door cards and stuff. Awesome, man. What a really cool place to be. You can see in the centre there, got a couple of gauges in the centre console.
I actually want to get those swapped out for something a little bit more period.
All right, so you want to put that back to standard. Yeah. Looks like it's got the original radio in it.
That is the original radio.
Yeah.
I think it's even got a period cassette in there as well.
Oh yeah? What is it? Shall we... Forgotten how to use a cassette player. I'm definitely not too young to remember cassette players. There you go. Let's have a look. Michael Jackson. You're a Michael Jackson fan,
It was, still am. Yeah.
Fair play. Still got the rear seats fitted, which are, of course, absolutely mint. Got rear seat belts as well, unlike some of the old banger Fords I get to look at. This car's a sunroof model, absolutely mint headlining. Whoever built this literally went to town on it. Awesome. check out how mint this engine bay is. As you can see, it's obviously been freshly resprayed when this car was restored. The car is still running its original 1600 crossflow. This car actually came with twin Webers, you were saying?
No, the previous owner had twin Webers on it, and then before I bought it, they put back a single.
Got ya.
Just to keep it a bit more period.
Oh, got ya. It's got an aftermarket ram air filter on it. Loving the Roos Motorsport red hoses. It's got a stainless exhaust manifold and obviously a stainless exhaust system as well. The gearbox has been swapped for a 5-speed RS turbo gearbox, which meant they had to do the modification on the chassis rail down there, which has been done really, really tidily. But yeah, everywhere you look, everything on this car is literally brand new. A lot of the components that were powder coated, like this strut brace, the mount over there, and some of the bits underneath, have actually been powder coated in this really cool metallic grey colour, which makes a nice change from just doing them black. I can see over there it's got a Facet fuel pump and the Malpassi fuel pressure regulator. But yeah, literally everywhere you look, everything is brand new. Loving the battery cover over here as well. Now this thing is spanking awesome. Got an electric fan on the radiator. Oh man, I could look in this engine bay for hours. It's literally perfect. But yeah, Dan's actually very kindly offered to give us a little passenger ride in this thing, which I can't wait for. But yeah, really cool to see that you're actually able to push it down. When I had my Mk1 Fiesta, I had to slam it. But yeah, this thing is awesome. I don't think I've ever actually been in a Mk1 Fiesta XR2. So yeah, really cool to go out in one that's as mint as this. But yeah, if it's all right with you, Dan,
yep, definitely.
We'll pull it out and go for a spin, man. Nice one. Listen to the little crossflow sing. Check out how good this thing looks out in the sunshine. Been really, really lucky with the weather today. Dan admits he does love to keep this thing clean. Bit of a polisher, but yeah, got to be done when you've got such a mint example. Alright, she is warmed up. My beautiful girlfriend in the back. Fours up in a Mk1 Fiesta. Oh. So you were saying that you had a Mk1 Fiesta like when you was really young?
Yeah, when I was 16, it was actually my mum's car, but she gave it to me. So it was a Mk1. It was red. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you it was definitely sunburst red. I don't think it was, because I think that was only an XR2 colour. Right. But I wanted it to look like an XR2, so I done all the black surrounds around the windows. Yeah. Put some pepper pots on it and played around with it a little bit. But unfortunately never got to drive it because it got stolen. And was actually ended up on the local news. It was used in a ram raid down on the coast. So that sort of went, it sort of come full circle that when I started looking at Fords, as we were saying, I was looking at Mark 2s, Mark 3s, Mark 1s. But when this one come up, it was almost like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
This has got to be one of, if not the best example out there. And with being such a fresh rebuild, you can tell it's been done properly as well. Like,
yeah, so someone's put a lot of hard work into it, and
definitely,
as we said earlier, I'll get to enjoy it now and look after it.
Yeah, fair play for actually using it as well.
Yeah, we'll go say I've only had it a short while, but it's been used and it will get used. So that's going to go to quite a lot of shows, but it's just fun driving it and letting people see it. Yeah. And seeing them smile, and you can see as they see it, they're remembering that they've not seen them for a while. And yeah, it's good fun, a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And obviously, you were saying that between your other Mk1 Fiesta and this Mk1 Fiesta, you've been lucky enough to experience owning a Porsche and taking that on track and stuff. So
yeah, Porsche Cayman was fun. That was a box I wanted to tick. So it was a good track car. Very clean again. A lot of fun to drive.
Yeah.
I've had over 60 cars.
Wow.
Not including company cars that I've owned as well. So I've had things from Volkswagen camper, 1969. I've had 3 Beetles, 68, a 72, and a 73 GT Beetle, which is quite rare. I've had Mark 1 Golf GTIs, Volkswagen Corrado G60.
Wow.
Vauxhall Calibra, Renault 19 Turbo.
Yeah.
A real.
You've had everything.
A real mix of
You've
cars.
had everything.
A real mix of cars, and everyone that knows me knows things don't stay around for long. I tend to chop and change my cars a lot. Sort of after a year, 18 months. I had the Porsche 2 years. I had a Caterham before that, which I only had for a year.
Wow.
But I can't see this one going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, you reckon this one might be a bit more of a keeper?
This is going to be a keeper, and get something else to scratch the itch of maybe the track days and the speeds, because it's not a fast car.
Nah.
Obviously it was back in its day, but I think
this is too clean to be sort of treating like a track weapon.
Oh yeah, I couldn't.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't track it. I was saying before, when I done the Porsche track day, it was it's sort of going to be a photo exercise. But yeah, once you get out there, it becomes a bit too much fun. So yeah, I won't be taking this one on track. But yeah, it'd be nice to have this and something alongside.
Yeah.
Which will probably be Ford again.
No, I think it's good, like, to be willing to let cars go, though. You know, like me, I sort of fall in love with everything, and then it does limit me. You know, I'm nearly 38 years old, and I've only owned a handful of cars. You know,
I think that the Cayman was quite a hard one to let go. It went quite local as well to a guy. That was probably the hardest car I've ever had to let go, because I've always wanted a Porsche.
Yeah.
But I couldn't afford to keep that and have this. So
yeah.
It was time to move on. But before that, yeah, I've never actually been attached to cars. I'd like to think, let's say, the feelings I got for this car, let's say it's going to be a keeper. But in the past, yeah, I've been quite happy to let them go.
Ah, that's cool, man. I like the note on that exhaust. Like, some people would probably say it's too drony, but
it's all right. It's all right.
You know, compared to, my cars just don't sound good. They're just loud. This actually sounds nice.
Still sounds period though, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I like these Recaros.
Comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah, I love Recaros just in general. They're all brilliant.
I say they might not be for the purists, but I think they suit it.
I think they do.
I think they suit it really well.
I mean, they match the door cards and stuff. Like, this interior is beautiful, man. Like, it all matches.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if you didn't know. You wouldn't know.
If your dad keeps it long enough, this could be your first car.
I think he's banking on that. But you're into your drifting and your MX-5s, aren't you?
Oh yeah, MX-5s, they're brilliant drift cars.
That's what he's saving up for.
Yeah. I remember this from my Mk1 Fiesta. It's really cool, isn't it?
Tell you what, it kicks out some heat on.
Yeah.
Sitting there thinking that.
So simple, literally a flap that lifts up.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Quality. So yeah, Dan, tell us about your karting career. You started karting a few years ago, you were saying?
So I don't know if it's a career, but I'm lucky enough that Buckmore Park's not too far away. So about 4 or 5 years ago, went up there and done a couple of sessions and really enjoyed it, and discovered I weren't too bad here. So yeah, I've got a few trophies, got a couple of trophies there, and trying to get Sebi into it as well. Now he's been doing it, and my other son Henry.
Yeah.
It's just such a tough sport to get into, and obviously costs a lot of money. But
yeah.
So we're lucky enough to have that on the doorstep, so we try and get out there when we can and have a bit of fun.
Ah, cool, man. Yeah, I think I've done karting, apart from, when you go to the coast or whatever, I've done karting once in a proper kart, like a mate of mine's kart when I was a kid. Yeah, it was unreal.
It's quite a dangerous sport. People don't realise how dangerous it is. I've got a friend, he actually used to race Lotus. He lives locally, and he not that long ago he had to get cut out of a go-kart at Buckmore.
Wow.
Where he had a big off. So yeah, you got to treat them with a bit of respect, because they are quick, and they're doing 60, 65 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So, and you can literally just go up there, borrow the overalls, borrow the helmet, and jump on a cart. So I'm surprised there's not more accidents up there, to be fair.
I remember when I went, there was like like the really big ones, they had 2 engines and like had a clutch and a gearbox and everything. Like,
Yeah, no,
like we was just driving an automatic one, you know.
Yeah, no, these are just auto.
Yeah.
But so yeah, 65 mile an hour when you're sitting that far off the ground.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah. Nah, that's awesome. That's cool that you've got so many trophies. Considering when I see them lined up, I thought, oh, you know, must have been like from when you was a kid or whatever. You've probably done it for like 10 years or whatever.
That's all recent.
That's wicked, man. Still time to get you in the F1 or?
No, I just concentrate on trying to get him in the F1.
Yeah, that's it.
He's got the right name.
Yeah, Seb, yeah. See, like, it rides all right as well, which is nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
it's not uncomfortable. Like,
you can do long journeys in it, no problem.
Yeah, I can't really imagine these feeling better than this when they were new. You know what I mean? Because cars weren't what they are today.
No, exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I say it doesn't jump around. There's no nasty rattles or knocks and bangs.
No,
it's nice and smooth.
It's nice to be able to carry 4 people as well.
Yeah,
He's like, you know what I mean?
Well, we're a family of 5. We're not gone out of it as a family of 5. Obviously, we've only got 4 belts, but
yeah,
it is nice to actually take the kids out in it.
Yeah. I mean, my cars don't have back seats, but even if they did, you wouldn't be able to. The wheels would just be rubbing. That's Pucker, man. Thanks for taking us for a spin.
You're welcome.
Loved it.
Enjoyed it.
Pucker little car. As I say, I think it's the first time I've ever been out in a Mk1 XR2, and yeah, what a first one to experience. Really cool. I've got a really cool brochure to show you guys actually before we get out of here. Yeah, showing how much these things were brand new and all the optional extras. So you said your missus bought you this for Christmas, yeah?
It was a Christmas present, yeah. Apparently they're quite hard to get hold of as well, but it's an original, it's not a print. And
that's Pucker, man.
It's mint.
That's Pucker. Oh, so there's the original seats, yeah. Nah, fishnet Recaras are better than them.
It's quite a good little read as well.
Yeah, man.
Obviously not like brochures as today, it's only 5 pages.
Yeah. That's Pucker. But yeah, we was looking at this earlier, all the prices and stuff. Fiesta XR2, solid paint colours, so if you don't have metallic paint, $5.5 grand. If only you could buy them for that now. Like. Your one had the climate control pack, which would have cost £70 and 81p back in the day. Wow.
It's got the lock-in fuel tank cap as well.
All right, lock-in fuel.
Big expense cap. That one.
£5.65. God, that would have been about a day's wages back then, wouldn't it? Oh, Pucker, man.
Oh, but no, I was only 5.
Head restraint pads, £22. Yeah, I put radio. So push button radio, medium wave, long wave. What's VHF? Is that FM? I don't know. Yeah, that would have been £31.49. But push button radio with the cassette was £136. Yeah, that must be FM, because this one down here with the cassette and VHF, which I assume is FM, was £250, man.
There's another one after that though, look, 300.
Oh yeah, push button, all electric multi-feature stereo radio with a cassette, £300. That's mad, £300 as a percentage of $5.5 grand. That's quite a...
It'd be a sat-nav unit today, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, this is awesome. This is an awesome thing to have though with the car, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
Pucker. So Dan's very kindly offered to let me have a go on the racing sim. Never been on a proper racing sim before. We'll see how shocking my lap time is compared to Seb. Are you a pro on here, Seb? Oh, this is Ted. Welcome to the channel. Wow, you've got to be delicate with the throttle on this thing. No handbrake, no. even when you slam the brakes on too much, it locks up and you have to back off. Like, that's pretty realistic. Fishtailing. Alright, so we've just done a thumbnail, and before we go, we've got something else to show you guys. Check out Dan's chicken collection.
Not Dan's chicken collection.
Dan's missus chicken collection. If you've been watching my content, especially recently, you'll know that I've been eating quite a lot of eggs, trying to get loads of protein in. And Dan's very kindly given us half a dozen from these guys. Massive thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Can't beat a bit of free protein. Alright guys, thank you so much for having us round. Really, really cool to meet you all, and yeah, thanks for letting us have a look at the XR2.
Yeah. Not
really
bad
enjoyed
the afternoon, was it?
Nah, that's it. Really, really enjoyed the passenger ride as well. And of course, really enjoyed having to go on the simulator. Although, yeah, I'm not very good at it, like, let's be honest. And thanks for the eggs as well.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we're going to get out your way, but definitely catch up with you at some car shows and stuff in the summer. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Brilliant.
Cool. Well, what did you reckon of that then? That Mk1 XR2 is absolutely mint, and Dan and his kids are really cool people as well. Really, really looking forward to meeting back up with those guys and seeing the XR2 again at some shows in the summer. He was actually saying that he'd be interested to be on my club stand at Santa Pod for the Ford show, which I'll definitely be organising again this year. And all those of you out there that have asked about that, I will be, starting to compile a list for the club stands for this summer's show season very soon, and I will announce it on my social media and in the videos, so don't worry, you won't miss out on opportunities to be on my club stands. But yeah, another awesome morning, early afternoon, meeting up with subscribers and checking out another really cool classic Ford. As I said earlier, the current plans for the next video is going to be another old school Fiesta, so definitely subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified about all future uploads on this channel. I want to send a massive thanks out to Dan and his kids again for inviting us round. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to end this video here. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new to keep up to date with all my future uploads, and check the links in the description to my own website where you can check out my regular blog posts, get your hands on some official Marcus Hayes merchandise, or order some parts for your cars. And don't forget, if you don't see the parts that you need on my website, just drop me an email and I'll source what you need from one of my trusted suppliers. I'll also leave links in the description to all my social media if you guys want to give me a follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and that sort of thing. Massive, massive thanks to all my patrons for your ongoing support, and as always, my email will be in the description for any of you guys that want to contact me. But other than that, until next time, from me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat, thanks for watching.